Where's your smells? There you go. Get your smells. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, good boy. Come on. Let's keep it moving. Come on. Right? We want to keep it moving. See how my leash, right? 2 hands. If I need one, but, right? See how I got him focused, right? Now he's moving. What you doing? So he didn't care about all that stuff, which is great. So is this typically what he does? He just camps out? Like he'll go a couple houses and just, yes!
Depending, like today, he likes the shade when
Sure.
it's hot out, obviously.
Sure.
So, he does that. He's been walking real good with me in the morning, though, when it's not so hot out. Like, I'll get him on a consistent walk. He will, there's times where he wants to slow down.
So here comes the guy, right? So we really got to step back a little bit. Step back like 5 feet just to get this. Yes! 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 See, he let out a little chuff there. Yeah, he got really scared of that, right?
Yeah.
But that's, when I talk to people about counter conditioning and they have puppies and they're out with their dog, that's what I mean. It's these kind of moments right here that can really screw your dog up.
Okay.
Well, if that happens and I don't pay him, what happens?
He won't.
He's gonna shut down.
Yeah.
He was actually looking to like get away.
Yeah.
Right? So if he's freaked out and I'm standing there just going, it's okay, and I'm not dropping treats for him, that whole event does not get paired as well.
Sure.
Right? And we still have all that going on, and that guy could come back.
Pablo used to walk across that bridge with us when he was a puppy, and then at a certain point, he wouldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, and what I tell people is it's because a lot of times what happens is the dog ends up with like 1,000 micro moments like that where they're really scared.
Yeah.
And the people don't notice it, or they don't do anything, or God forbid they like jerk the leash, they get upset and they add pain and stress to it. See what he's doing right now? He's looking for all the treats that I dropped. And the reason why I dropped him is because I wanted to put his nose on the ground so he wasn't watching that. And I was just flying treats at him, right? Just here you go, open bar. Because that's not gonna be the last time a big piece of lawn equipment or a Harley Davidson or a car, right? And now here's the thing, let's see how sensitive he is to this car. Yes. Now what's interesting is he didn't care about cars when we first got out here. I think a car went by, right? We were walking this way, and he didn't have that exaggerated orientation.
Now he looked at that.
Right, and you know why he looked at that car?
Instead of tractor.
Exactly, recent history. If you get jacked on, Main Street and State at 5 o'clock, right? When you walk there the next day or maybe an hour later, you're a little bit more sensitive. So again, we've talked about this, and it's something that every dog, every person in the world needs to know. Wait 1 sec. Yes. Yes. See how yes.
Better.
Right, but what happened there on the trial was he was doing okay with the truck and then it squeaked.
Yeah.
Right? He was doing okay and then it squeaked, and then that was an extra layer of stimulus that made him go, uh-oh, what's that? The other thing is he's what, like 12 weeks?
Yeah.
13? Yeah, so he hasn't experienced much of anything, and what he has experienced has been very limited. And even if he hears those sounds in the house, it's not gonna have the same effect. When we first came out, he had no problem with any of the ambient sounds, cars, nothing. I think he might have looked over there but didn't really focus on it. And here comes another car. See how he does. Offering a nice check-in, which is great, but I want to see what he does. So that was great, and that again was a quiet car. It took the right there, or left there rather, so we didn't get any kind of, we didn't get any kind of exposure that mattered to him. But that's, whatever that was what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Like it's 5 minutes like that can just change your dog's life for the better or the worse, right? And you notice, like, I don't ask for his name. I'm not auditioning treats, right? I'm just waiting. Yes. Now, what I liked there was, what'd he do? What'd he do there? He checked in, right? Starting to figure it out. Oh, this guy pays me for stuff. Let me check in when I hear a car.
So smart, man.
Dude, I'll tell you, Aussies are super smart, and dogs in general. Like, if the person is on their game, the dog gets smart. The reason why dogs aren't smart sometimes is their people aren't smart. And it's not because they're bad people or stupid people, they just don't have the right info, or they have the right info and they're not putting it to work, right? So when someone says to me, it's not working, it's like, you're not doing it.
I have to talk to my mom because I know when she has them out, she's not big with the treats.
It doesn't matter what she wants.
I know.
She didn't want to get up at 4 a.m. and breastfeed, but she did, right? All that kind of stuff. It's like that. Like, it's not about what you want, it's about what you need to do, you know, and that's just the way it goes. Yes, beautiful check-in, right? And again, we're getting lucky because it's a quiet car. You know, we could probably surmise that if another lawn equipment came by or maybe some kids running, that might. So the take home here is you got to mark and pay for everything. You got to mark and pay this dog for every single thing that he orients to, even if it's not kooky, even if it's not something
basketball, dribbling,
anything. And you got to start watching. You got to start watching for the auto disengage.
Okay.
Right? You got to start watching for the auto disengage, because if he starts to check in with you off of whatever, kids, bikes, cars. Like, I have 3 categories: humans, dogs, traffic, and then prey is a separate category because that's food acquisition. That's not. The dog's not afraid of the squirrel. The dog wants to go chase the squirrel and eat dinner. Right, so you got to do something different with prey in terms of like your procedure. You can still mark and pay and do leave-its and stuff, but you know, with humans, dogs, and traffic, with humans, especially with dogs like him who are really social, they want to go see people. What you need to do is and treat them just on like 6 inches to a foot of leash, 10 feet away from people, 15, 20. Just mark and pay. Let him bounce around. He'll figure out sitting and waiting and watching is better than doing all this crazy stuff. With traffic, you got to mark and pay for everything. Sights, sounds, anything, because anything can happen with traffic. With dogs are socially compulsive. You can't meet unknown dogs because it could go bad. You don't know about the people, the dog. You don't want to have any kind of issues on leash greetings. So you mark and pay, right? And then the dogs that you do know, you meet. Dogs that you're friends with, you go hang out with, and your dog stays social. But if you're getting that accomplished, then you're gonna have a really good, sound dog who doesn't freak out and shut down. Right? I missed the mark, but I got the payment for the kids.
He knows them.
Good. But again, like that's the other side of it is like he knows them. He's gonna want to go see them, but you're not gonna want to go there every time, or we're not gonna be able to. So we're gonna mark and pay. All right, come on, buddy. Let's go see the backyard.